All right, AJT fan, we're gonna do a recap of the day. As long as I'm finished early, I'm gonna be able to do these things in the middle of the day, so I could do them in chat and catch everybody that's still here. And today ended early, so we'll take a look at that trade here in a minute. But I want to share something with you. Now, this caption, "You lie, I can't make any money with Suretrader," was the title of an email I got yesterday. So, and a lot of people say that. A lot of people, do tell me they can't see how they can make money and everything. But I can't share the email because it was that graphic. It was one of those that just God just unloaded on me. So what he sent me was this. I cut it out to make it look a little bit neater, but he like copied the whole damn screen. But it's like I made $221.18, but I only took home $5.66. I don't know how, just going off. And so I'm like, the first thing I looked at was 39 tickets. I'm like, what the hell were you trading when you've got 39 tickets? What are you doing? So I asked him, politely asked him, I said, well, send me your trade log and let me see what it looks like. And so he sent me his trade log. And I'm like, holy shit, what are you doing? This guy's scalping. Scalp. And I'm like, or either he's just losing it. So, I finally convinced him. I was like, look, let's talk. I don't mind spending some time with you on Skype. I was like, obviously you missed my most basic rules when trading with Suretrader. Okay, number one, don't overtrade. Because commissions are so high, if you overtrade, that means you're scalping or you're not letting the trades work and you're just running the tickets up and you're clicking up commission costs. Okay, don't trade low price, low float garbage, because those are the ones that get you over trading to start with, and it's just a downhill spiral from there. But I see he wasn't doing that. He has been following pretty much the rule that I gave him on not trading that. Do not scalp. That's what leads to scalping. Kind of goes with overtrading. But overtrading can be being scared out of a trade and then jumping back in when it's continuing to go your way, and all this stuff. And do not scalp. And last but not least, do not hold positions overnight. These are my 4 main rules when dealing with Suretrader or any broker that is charging you, a considerable amount in commissions. And, it's just common sense. He's got my scan. He's been in the community before. And, actually when we were talking, he's like, he got up with this guy who told him that, what I did was too slow. You'll be doing this forever. And, scalping is the way to go. And so he's been trying that and been losing his behind. So, what happened, he was doing it in the simulator, which you don't run into these issues. So he came out, started trading live, funded his account, and this is what's happening. So he's got my scans, the same scan that we look at every morning. So he gets his watch list from the same place I get my watch list from. So I think LL was on it. And there he's trading cake yesterday. I mean, but the bottom line was, as we talked, and I kind of convinced him to just try it my way. Say, look, build your trade plan. You know how to do it. We've been through it before. You've been through the classes. You know how we build a trade plan. Put the trade plan together and let it work. So I talked to him this morning and, kind of gave him the stocks I was looking at and pretty much had the same thing. I'm like, look, don't overtrade. Don't overtrade. If you take a trade, whatever you do, follow your trade plan, allow the trade to work. Come up with viable targets and let it work. So look at the difference a day makes. He just sent me this about 30 minutes ago. $279 today, minus commissions, $208.86. 13 tickets, I still think that's a lot. For me, 13 is a little bit. I try to stay around 8, but that's within range. Cut it down and, made some pretty decent trades. So let me see if this is about a number. Okay, the first day. Okay, today, instead of jumping in at the open like you did yesterday, waited. I think this was a little bit high. This was a little bit before it broke the opening range low, I believe. But we'll look at it when I look at mine. And got stopped out on the first trade, just like we did. 48. Yep, got stopped out. But he managed his loss. Okay, he was trading 200 shares, so yeah, managed his loss. Took the next one. I think this was maybe a continuation. Got in, and took it off. I don't really know what he was doing, but I'm just looking at these, and these are decent trades. They're not all scalps. They're pretty decent. So going from yesterday, all over the place, trading everything that moved, jumping in and out, to sticking to your plan. Whatever your trade plan is, sticking to it. That's the difference a day makes. So now he said, you didn't lie. You can make money. You just have to know what the hell you're doing. And that's what it boils down to. You got to know what the hell you're doing. You got to start building up skill and developing that skill. And the better you get, the more position size you're going to take, the more money you're going to make. Now, obviously, this guy's, he's been around long enough. He spent a considerable amount of time in the community. He's been through the classes. So he knows what to do. It's all between those ears that we have. If we can get that sorted out, we can make money. So let's take a look at my trade this morning. And I went through, and let's look at this. We put in opening range, 5-minute opening range on this candle here. We had some wicks going to both sides, but not too bad. I honestly wanted to get in on this rejection up here. But that's a real aggressive strategy. You guys have seen me do that. And when I was trading in my speed trader account for those couple of months, I would jump in early, set my stop up here because I'd have a lot more room. That's just one entry. But we're waiting for the 5-minute opening range. We have to be disciplined. We have to stick to the strategy. This is a simple strategy that beginners can trade. It's not difficult at all. It doesn't work every time, just like no strategy works 100% of the time. But when it doesn't work, we have our stop in place to manage our risk. So we put in the 5-minute opening range. Here's the low. Once we cracked it, I got in, got a little bit of slippage because obviously I mark it in. Got a little bit of slippage here, but still a decent entry. I put in my stop. There's 50 cents. My max loss is going to be $50. So I put in my stop. And, I gave it a couple cents. Because I usually get 3 to 5 cent slippage on this. Because there's it's a market stop as well. But we tried to work. Had we got down here and tested this, and this is what I was telling you guys in chat. If we had come down and tested this 48.17 level, and it started to reject, I would have taken it off here. But it never did come close. It got down to around 48.25-ish real quick, and then it just ran back up and, ended up stopping me out. And I looked at, and we could look at this thing two ways. Okay, let's see if I had waited for this candle to close and then get in on the break. I still would have been stopped out. So either entry strategy, would have stopped us out. This is just one that did not work. Plain and simple. It just did not work for whatever reason. It didn't work. Now here, we did go up and come back and we did test this level. But this level proved to be the floor today. And so far anyway, it's still respecting this floor. But it did prove, to be the floor today. So, not mad about this. If I saw this again tomorrow, I would take it and trade it the same way. There's nothing I would do different. I would do the same thing. I would have the same plan, have the same stop, and all of that. Now, the reason why I didn't take any more trades, there were other opportunities, but the reason why I didn't take any more trades is because as long as we're below $2,000, I have a $50 max loss, and I'm only going to lose $50 a day. We had just over, we're right at $1,200, and to start the day with, and we lost 58. So, I lost just under 5% of my account. Well, Monday we made 11%. So today I lost 5. If Thursday and Friday, we have winning days, which I would expect based on the law of averages. If we have 2 winning days, then we're going to have a good week. 1 losing day is not a bad week make. Yesterday, didn't take any trades. The market action was just bad. It just did not look good. Nothing I was watching really set up. And, it just didn't work out. So we didn't take any trades yesterday. I was okay with that. Because when you're trading a smaller account, you got to be more selective. you're going to develop more. Um, you're going to develop some patience. You're going to develop discipline, and you're going to develop the skill. All of these things you're going to need when you get to that next level. You're going to need them. You can't trade undisciplined. I don't care how much money you have. If you trade undisciplined, the more money you have, the more money you're going to lose. That's kind of what it boils down to. So why not take the time when you're first learning how to trade? You still have a job. You know, you're not stressed to try to make money to support you or pay your bills. If you are, I would stop trading now and try to find a job to support you while you learn. You don't need that pressure on your back. But, you know, as we get better and as we develop skill, then we're going to start, you know, you being able to use those skills. So if we start the day off bad, if we're down or we lose in a trade, we'll be able to come back that same day, you know, within the next 10, 15 minutes and find a trade that sets up for us. You know, we'll have the discipline that we're not going out revenge trading. We're going to have the discipline to sit there and wait for the setup to come to us, and we take it. And then we turn our red day into a green day. You know, we're able to trade all day because we have the discipline to be able to sit there and not take a trade just because we're bored. And those are the things that, you know, we're going to have to continue to work on. That's what we have to develop. That's why it's good to trade small. So when you make these mistakes, you're not going to lose a whole lot of money. And so if you overtrade, you know, like my man did, he still didn't lose any money. He still wasn't red. You know, albeit he was only $5 to the good, but he wasn't red. You know, because he has some skill and proved it today. You know, if you take that skill and you apply it, you know, put some discipline in it, you know, you can go far. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. You know, I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not willing to do right here and show you live in chat. You know, so you saw me stop out, and, you know, we sit there and we talked about the, you know, here just the secondary moves and how to trade this if we were going to trade it, and how we were going to trade others. But I didn't jump in and take a trade, even though I could have, but I didn't. You know, our account's not where it needs to be, so we're not pushing it. All right, so that does it. Does anybody have any more questions or any questions about the trade we took this morning? I think I answered them all this morning, and we pretty much saw what was going on. I'm going to go ahead and stop the tape so we can get this uploaded.